Alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept your a'mal, your siyam and fasting in this blessed month of Ramadan. As we fast, there are a number of acts that are prohibited for us to commit while fasting. Committing any of these acts would invalidate the fast. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through fasting is training us to empower the soul over the physical body, to strengthen your willpower, and to control your carnal desires. When we fast, we avoid eating and drinking. Drinking anything, eating anything invalidates the fast, even if it's a small quantity. If you deliberately swallow one drop of water, that invalidates the fast. If you deliberately eat a small bite, then that would invalidate the fast. Sometimes you may be brushing your teeth. It's very important to exercise caution not to swallow any toothpaste or any water when you're rinsing your mouth. Yes, if you were confident that you would not swallow any water or any toothpaste, you were really confident, but it happened so that you did swallow a little bit of it, that does not invalidate the fast because you did not have the intention to break your fast and you were confident that you would not break your fast and you tried your best. So in this case, your fast is fine. It's valid. You don't have to pay any kafara. You don't have to make it up. Amongst the very important acts that invalidate the fast is sexual activity. When we are fasting in the month of Ramadan, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded us to avoid any sexual activity while fasting. Allah wants to empower us over our carnal desires. And the beautiful month of Ramadan is an amazing opportunity to control these desires. Therefore, according to Islamic law, if a husband and a wife, they become intimate with each other, such that they have sexual intercourse, this would invalidate the fast. And it would also incur a kafara. Because whenever you deliberately invalidate the fast, it's not enough just to make it up after the month of Ramadan, but also this person would have to pay the kafara. Now, some people ask about foreplay. Does that invalidate the fast? Foreplay while fasting is makruh. It's not sinful. It's not haram. It does not invalidate the fast, but it is makruh. It's unrecommended and it is discouraged. Now, sometimes during foreplay, ejaculation can occur. If the person was confident that ejaculation would not happen during foreplay and the person did not intend to have that occurring, if it does end up happening, then it does not invalidate the fast. But if the person was not careful and the person was not confident that this would not happen and it did end up happening, then yes, this is like deliberately breaking the fast. It would invalidate the fast. So it's very clear in Islamic law that any type of sexual activity that does involve intercourse or ejaculation does invalidate the fast. Another very important point over here is masturbation. First of all, masturbation in Islamic law is haram. It is sinful. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes the believers in the Holy Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states, وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ لِفُرُوجِهِمْ حَافِظُونَ. Those who guard their private parts, they protect them. إِلَّا عَلَىٰ أَزْوَاجِهِمْ أَوْ مَا مَلَكَتْ أَيْمَانُهُمْ. Yes, when it comes to their lawful spouses or partners, then they can engage in sexual activity. But the believers are those who guard their private parts, except when it comes to their lawful spouses. And masturbation is a violation of this principle. that one is protecting and guarding their private parts, according to many scholarly understandings. And we also have specific hadiths in our works of hadith that state this is sinful and it is prohibited. There are some people who struggle with this type of addiction. One advice that I have for them is not to spend time by yourself. This really helps you. Keep yourself busy all day long. Plan out your schedule ahead. And do your best not to spend time by yourself. Whether it's in your room or somewhere secluded, try to always be in the presence of others. Being in the presence of others helps us manage many addictions, or at least control them, and to keep away from many types of sins. So this would be very helpful for those who struggle with this addiction. Now, masturbation while fasting to the point of ejaculation does invalidate the fast. And the person would have to pay a kafara because this person deliberately broke their fast. Now, if it was not deliberate, for instance, someone was sleeping and in their dream this occurred, obviously this does not invalidate the fast. When they get up later on, they can just do the ghusl. Ghusl al-janaba is mandatory, by the way. If this does happen, one has to do ghusl al-janaba to be lawful, to be pure for salah, and for the person to observe the fast. One last point here. If one at night is in the state of janaba, they have to do the ritual ghusl, the shower. If a person is in the state of janaba at night, it is mandatory to take this shower before fajr, before dawn, the time for salatul fajr, the morning prayer. It is mandatory. Deliberately staying in the state of janaba in the month of Ramadan invalidates the fast. So it's very important for someone to take the shower before fajr. So let's say if today fajr is at 4:50 a.m., it's very important that this person completes the shower before 4:50 a.m. Not doing so deliberately invalidates the fast, and you have to pay a kafara because you deliberately invalidated your fast. Now, what if someone slept? Let's say someone was in the state of janaba and they were tired now and they could not get up and do the shower. They wanted to take the shower later at night. Are you allowed to sleep, or do you have to rush to taking a shower? You are allowed to sleep, provided that you're confident you're going to wake up before fajr. If a person slept and they had no such confidence, or in fact they were not even planning to get up before fajr, that invalidates their fast. So a person can sleep, can fall asleep, but with the intention to get up before fajr and with the confidence that you will get up. You know that you will get up. Like you set an alarm clock or you let someone wake you up before fajr. Now, what if the person slept in this case and the person did not feel anything, did not hear anything until it was after fajr? Is their fast valid or not? Yes, it is. Why? Because the person had the intention to take the shower before fajr. And number two, the person was confident that he or she was going to get up before fajr. It happened so that the person overslept until after fajr. So as soon as you wake up, do that shower. What if the person slept the first time? You woke up. You have to take the shower now, right? What if you slept again? Let's say at 1 a.m. you fell asleep. So if it's the first time, you're allowed. As long as you're confident you're going to wake up before fajr, it's okay. According to Islamic law, you can sleep. What if you woke up at 3 a.m.? If you woke up at 3 a.m., you are required to get up and do the shower. What if you slept? You slept for the second time, only to wake up after fajr. A number of maraja and scholars have said, if it's after the second time and you missed the fajr, you were still in the state of janaba, yes, that would invalidate your fast and you would have to do the qada after the month of Ramadan. Even though you don't have to pay a kafara, you just do the qada. So if it's the first time that you sleep, it's okay. That's forgiven, no problem. But if it's the second or the third time, then that would invalidate the fast. So one of the acts that break the fast in the month of Ramadan or invalidate the fast is to state in the state of janaba. One final question to address about the state of janaba. Some people ask about this. Some people find themselves in a situation where they can take a shower. There is water, right? They have access to it. But they're too embarrassed to take a shower in the middle of the night because maybe other family members or other people in the house will find out that this person is taking this shower. First of all, my dear brothers and sisters, la haya'a fid din. This is a religious matter. You're going to the shower to maintain your purity. So it should be okay. But let's say someone simply cannot help but feel extremely embarrassed to the point where it's unbearable. It really is unbearable for you to get up and take that shower. There are some people who might find themselves in that situation. If you are in that situation, it's too burdensome for you to get up and take a shower because you fear other people, might hear that you're taking a shower, and that puts you in a difficult situation for whatever reason, and you just can't handle it. In that case, you are allowed to do what's called tayammum. Basically, it's the alternative to the ghusl and the ablution, where you do it with dust. So if you have, a big prayer tablet, the turba or the oros, for instance, or outside if you have, a stretch of the earth that you can put your hands on, strike your hands with, you can basically do the tayammum, and that would maintain your purity. But that's for those extreme cases where taking a shower is really unbearable. Or sometimes if, let's say, water is harmful to you, right? You do tayammum. If water is harmful to you or you don't have access to water, then these are cases where you can do tayammum. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you all. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa